There it goes.
Twitch, you better not have split the VOD on me. I'll be pissed.
I think it did.
Fuck! Did it go to the offline screen for a sec?
Offline.
No! Disappointed. Are we back?
I'll refresh the page. No.
You're still not back.
Oh wait, here we go. Now we got it.
Hi, everybody on Twitch and shit.
Hold on. Yep, there it is.
Oh, but yes, why? Why you do this to me?
Okay.
You were doing so well in the last few weeks. Why did you crash today? I didn't make any changes to you.
I changed myself, father.
I ain't your daddy and I ain't paying child support neither.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing took a breath weapon from Violet. Now we're on to Venestra's turn, I think. Or wait, no, is it getting around to it now? Hold on. What the fuck? Let me check things.
Again?
I'm right here.
Okay. Was there more you were gonna do other than the breath weapon?
I'm not attacking it. Until we upgrade our claws, until we upgrade claws and stuff like that, I can't do anything. I'm not making a rage. It only gives me.
You breathed, didn't you? Breathed, didn't it? Took some damage.
Yes, but I get less attack points than you think I get.
Vinestra said, I could have sworn V made violet claws.
Yes, actually, Venestra did.
Yes, but I haven't put them on her yet.
Oh.
They're not in the sheet.
We need to fix that.
Is it done? Hello. Better? You okay, me?
Can hear you.
Yeah, my headset died.
Okay, well, either way, the stream and everything is functioning. I think it is Venestra and Amira's turn.
Vinestra said, is it possible to do a check to figure out what the creature is, Joe?
Yeah. Doing a check to identify it. Given that you are not a ranger and therefore able to do that kind of shit with a bonus action, that will be your action for the turn to do that. It will be a nature or an arcana check based on the fact that it is an ooze.
V is a scout rogue.
Scout rogue, okay.
So that was a nature check.
Yep.
$35.
35. Yeah, so this thing firmly lies somewhere between being an ooze and being something undead. As particularly with the amount of carcasses within it, and of course, naturally, what oil inherently is. The magical energy on this thing is hungry. It's erratic. It's in line with what a lot of oozes do, but there's something almost deliberately animalistically hungry to it as well.
It just wants a snack. Just so happens you're the snack.
Though notably as well, with its intention to sort of inhabit a lot of your sort of mechanical mechanisms, that speaks to an intelligence to it that falls also in line with that sort of undead nature. Not only intelligent, but conniving and malicious. I don't know how the fuck this thing is lawful evil, but that's how I'm justifying it.
Yeah, Amber?
Vinestra said, "Darn, so it is likely evil and it obeys the laws of thermodynamics."
Damn evil thermodynamics.
V is going to begrudingly just plunge her two-handed sword into the creature.
All right, absolutely. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Tech stuff. Okay, she rolls in her text and stuff. 19, 10, 10, 18, 6, 8, 24, 7, 10, 20, 20, all plus 29.
Yeah, all of those hit. Which also, to be perfectly clear, regardless of your damage output, Violet's breath weapon put this thing on its last, not legs, but like pseudopods. So just, how do you want to do this?
Okay.
Perfect. Oh, one.
Because I think even if you rolled minimum damage across all of those, yeah, this thing is way beyond dead. I'll even be fully transparent here. It had
Vinestra said,
7 HP left.
V is just going to downward stab the sword into it, making the blade radiate out frost. The crit was over 500.
Yeah, okay. So, fundamentally, just making even God forget this thing existed. With that kind of damage output, is suddenly what's left of it just scatters out into these black ice crystals just across the remnant of its form as they all shatter and break into flakes of leftover dried, desiccated petroleum dust that are struggling to try and string together, but left aside and in remnant of utterly nothing, as all that's left of what is left behind and disintegrates is a single gleaming and fully clean human skull.
Yuck.
Vinestra said, V is going to pick up the skull as Amira collects the frozen oil.
Okay.
Oh, God. Wow.
With what little of that thing remained, I'd say you're able to collect like 2 pounds worth of frozen oil slick, or in other words, oil ooze, as redundant as that is, so just 2 pounds of frozen oil slick.
Is there a Megan?
2 pounds.
Yep.
I'm right here.
Okay.
It had very little HP left by the time you destroyed it, so there wasn't much left to recover.
That's really weird. Well, that's interesting. Is there anything inside the holdium?
So now that you've now that the oil itself has been cleared out, notably what's left of the chamber behind, aside from also the skull that has now been retrieved from the center, and I will say immaculately preserved skull at that. The entire interior of the chamber where the oil is now absent seems to have almost the texture of like an amazonite fossil formation. There's a reflective texture to the interior here. And just as well, there are sort of fizzers. My ability to pronounce words today is just fucking destroyed. Fissures, kind of pockmarked across the interior of this chamber, where yet again you're now finally able to take in and notice this isn't really, strictly speaking, what seems to be left of a cavernous structure, as much as it is almost a crater, even just kind of flaking away tentatively at some of the sort of amazonite structure on the inside of this hole. It flakes off almost like glass, like obsidian, like something very, very rapidly blast heated and blown apart. And that seems to have been contained here. Though I will say, with that as well, given Vinestra's familiarity and passive arcana, as well as Violet, your own natural sensitivity to foreign things and magics and things like that, there is an exceedingly potent radiative presence of foreign magic present in this chamber. It is old.
Like radiation?
Radiative insofar as it similar to radiation seems to be almost coming off of the walls in waves of heat, though not distinctly giving off a temperature, but there's that feeling of like that blow against your face, like opening an oven, where it seems to be kind of reeking off of the walls, especially in the absence of that ooze.
Is there anything else I can smell here? Like, considering what I know happened to the other part of the world, is there eggs? Is there smell of eggs? Like, dragon eggs? Anything like that?
Nothing like that. This chamber in and of itself, at least from where you are right now, seems to be raw and earthen, but the more you're kind of filtering through and kind of stepping through the chamber, the more it seems to be steadily going from solid rock to becoming less solid and more sediment laden, the more and more pressure that's being put on it. Almost like a reverse oobleck, and it seems to be getting worse and worse, almost to the structure of quicksand very quickly, and both of you, I would say, probably have enough wherewithal to fly up before getting caught in it.
Which means there's something else underneath it.
Vinestra said, "Violet, don't breath the fumes."
Is this a tar pit?
Possibly. That caustic
I know what a tar pit is.
That caustic aroma does still very much remain. While a lot of it was emanating off of the oil slick, it is still very thick and very present here. It is hard to breathe. Though both of you, given both of your backstories, are very well versed in kind of holding in, not breathing in shit you shouldn't. As the soils begin to steadily give way, and eventually, as it continues to sort of fall in, you're realizing it's falling in geometric, similarly spaced, very small patterns, as if falling through a grate. And then, as it kind of finally sort of fully filters in and filters through, you are seeing the sort of bare remnants and leftovers of, based on the patterning and the sort of tendrilous, like filigree and artwork across the metalwork of this cage structure that's steadily getting revealed. What appears to be something very clearly of Velix make, although specifically speaking, its purpose, you're not sure. But what very steadily is getting revealed as the dust falls through, the leftover remnants of some kind of large cage.
This is a room they've walked into.
There's a cage underneath it.
Yeah, this was the chamber where they entered in with that suspended oil table, which turned out to be an ooze, which then, once it died, the physical structure of this room started to fall apart. What was buried underneath it seems to be something of ruined Velix make.
Ooh. Ooh.
I know how to speak Velix, right?
Yeah. From where you are, there's nothing written. This seems to be the top end of whatever this cage structure is.
Yes,
but as
it's the top end, there's something down there.
Yeah.
What can I see, considering I can see at least... With the dragon ability, I can have true sight. What do I see? What do I see?
True sight benefits you as far as seeing through illusions and things like that. There's nothing illusory that's still present here. But it does also provide you, to an extent, better dark vision and things like that as well as a small peek into the ethereal plane. And to that end, especially with whatever you were fighting being to a certain extent undead, that peek into the ethereal plane is where the benefit of using true sight really shines here. As, first of all, you see a receding, hateful human entity kind of glaring at Venestra where she holds the skull, disembodied, disconnected, unable to interact with the world, but just staring her down with vitriolic hatred and hunger. It is this gaunt, long since starved to death looking human figure, and below it you can see, suspended in what now appear to be empty shackles and long through the passage of time, long since disintegrated bones, still kind of locked into these particularly neck collars that are welded into the sides of this cage, which are being held aloft by what you can even see to be this sort of mutated mind flayer horse at the front of what now you realize is a long buried transport cart. There are still these suspended spirits just shackled inside of this cart.
We're still looking for Griffin's sister. Is the figure male or female?
The figure that's staring down Venestra with complete and utter hatred is male. There is, among the specters, again, with no bodies left among even the soils, there is one female human spectral figure. There is a male one. There is a dragonborn looking one, and then there is a smaller, what appears to be gnomish or halfling specter in a lower set sort of restraint collar in the chamber. Again, whereas as the soils filter out and reveal nothing left other than just the metalwork and the collars, you can see those specters present.
I can speak to them. Can they understand me? I can use Speak to Dead, right? With one of my scrolls?
You can use Speak with Dead when you are targeting a present body. You are peeking into the ethereal plane of existence in its equivalent location. In order to communicate with these figures, you would have to actually make that step into that plane of existence from this position. Right now, this is very much like looking through that dimensional window.
Does the female look like Griffin? Because they're still looking for their sister.
Roll me a history check. DC on this is relatively high, as of course this is the sort of gaunt and stripped features of a long dead specter, not even necessarily an undead one, just a restless soul.
The natural 20?
Natural 20. There are some barest traits of familiarity to him, and that's largely kind of looking into what there is of the bone structure, kind of in matching cheekbones and things like that, as that's really the only sort of similar trait area that you can rely on in observing this entity.
But they can hear, right?
No, not when peering through the window like that. They don't really even fully acknowledge your presence. The only acknowledgement that any of them seem to have is this other entity staring at Venestra for interacting pretty directly with his skull.
Okay, well then I'm going to pull out a spectral knife, which is going to possibly walk me into the ethereal plane, because I've never used it.
Okay.
Ooh.
I haven't used it. It's something I've had in my back pocket since before, like, Violet started the campaign.
Yeah, the spectral knife does act as a once per day recharged at dusk, basically plane shift spell specifically into the ethereal plane. The caveat being you'd have to wait in the ethereal plane to use it again to get back out.
And that's why I have the other necklace.
Yeah, it is still plane shift, which means you can bring targets with you. So there is that caveat.
Vanessa, I'm going to walk into the ethereal plane to know if this is the sister that they've been looking for.
Would you like to come with to see the hateful spirit that is staring at you like you ate blood?
Do you want to come with us and kill the evil spirit staring at you like your breakfast? I know you do enjoy killing bad spirits.
No, don't you know she helps him move on from this realm.
But if I use a spectral cage, I can take their sister and put them back in a body. They've been probably waiting for Griffin if this is the right person.
Vinistra said, "Sure. And what makes it evil?"
It's looking at you like your breakfast.
That just sounds like it's hungry.
This is the at least as far as physical leftover material, the being that was bound to that ooze.
Then yeah, that would be evil. Lawfully so.
He's gonna take that spectral knife and cut through the space right in front of her just to see these people.
Okay. You take out the knife, which, even just pulling it out, there's that similar sort of Velix whisper coming off of it, but it's less like trapped minds and more like you're listening through a closed door into an occupied room and conversations therein, a lot of them sounding tired, lost, and breathless, as you push it against the air and you can feel that immediate resistance as you are dragging it up, almost like not cutting through fabric, as you've done so with planar repositioning into other spaces and cutting through veils that way. This feels almost like you're cutting through flesh.
I've done this
in the
before.
disembodied air. As it
I had to talk to hags like this. This is what she has, the knife from killing hags.
viscerally, with that sensation suddenly making that veil of realm space between you and that which restlessly lies beyond bleed to allow you entry.
Hello.
And you both step beyond into a place of drained, desaturated colors, immediately cold to the bone, and a place where you feel like you are constantly just barely unable to catch your breath. And that is where we are going to take a break. All right.
Wait, where's my go?
So, entering into the ethereal plane.
Is Megan here?
On my screen, her camera's frozen and present. I don't know if she is.
Yeah, it's...
I'm
I've
right
got the
here.
spinning
Okay.
circles.
Frozen and present usually means she's on another app. Okay.
Got it.
All right. So, love Popeye's chicken sandwiches because the chicken's always yeah. But either way,
You get your food?
yes, I did. It's far worse cold eating that sandwich,
Ugh.
but it's
That's
still
why-
palatable and edible.
And that's why we use the microwave.
I wasn't gonna do that. Fuck it. Now, a couple of mechanical notes on entering the ethereal plane. First of all, it has no gravity. That said, there is a definite downward direction, so you can normally address surfaces as you would, but otherwise movement doesn't necessarily need to obey the normal directionality of physics. Time passes normally. It is largely a neutrally aligned plane of existence, so there's circumstantially really no penalties for being like good or evil here. Magic operates normally as it would in the material plane, and then of course alterably morphic. In other words, basically, if you find anything that can logically be sort of reshaped within the realm of imagination, then you can. That is, if you can find something that you can do that with. Otherwise, other objects, you just kind of can phase through them. Here, again, with that sort of lack of physicality. But otherwise, both of you enter this place, kind of feeling you're constantly trying to catch your breath, as if trying to catch the last one. As if the place in the realm here acknowledges that neither of you really belong being living. And so, getting your last, and therefore losing it in that final exhale, it is not allowing you to do. It is not allowing you to truly belong.
Okay.
That said, on entry, you are now seeing, beyond just the beings that you were focused on, the truly scattered nature of especially the sort of pockmarked jigsaw puzzle down here, from broken just bits of earth misplaced and placed on top of each other, various different specters of various wild creatures ranging from lizards and birds and marsupials from regions that are scattered and numerous and nonsensically placed. Out where the coastline would be, where you should see water, you can see spectral whales and various other sea life, and you can see, of course, naturally in the hospital area that you just left, specters of the dead that did not survive the place. Even just above you, you can see hanging sort of restless specters of even in some cases would appear to be positive guardian spirits and things of family members just kind of happily smiling at their sort of passing family members through the town, some seemingly lost in a still state of drunkenness, having not even realized they're dead, some of them occasionally getting picked up and picked off by various celestials of Haldesix and brought to other realms, some remaining precisely where they are. But down here, beyond that sight, beyond that reach, locked away in time, you see those still held and sitting within that cage. You see the specters of long since mutated mind flayer horses, the actual souls of the horses that they once were, probably long since gone to whatever afterlife those harmless beasts were originally bound to. Well, maybe not harmless. A pissed off horse can really fuck up your day. But either way.
He's gonna walk over to the ones in chains and go slowly, and he's gonna try to take on a Boston accent for all of her listening to the animals speak and listening to Griffin speak. And
roll me just a flat charisma check.
let's see if Violet can manage this. Poor baby girl. They cocked number? No, she can't. Okay, well, it's a natural 20 for an uncocked number.
Natural 20, putting on your best Griffin impression, your best mimicry of his cadence and of everything except for his tone. Like, this is not like you've gone on a talk show to do your Obama. I can't
gruff my voice up. Yeah, no, I can't gruff my voice up.
Yeah.
So what's a nice good girl like you doing around these parts?
Spectre turns her head in this realm. Notably, you catch more of the natural features of life, and you can catch a much stronger sense of that familiarity to a lot of Griffin's physicality. But disturbingly so, you also catch flickers of how she looked in the moment of her death. Pale, pulled against yourself, starving. That area where that shackle hangs around your neck, the steel and the iron pulled far too taut and had clearly torn into the flesh of her neck and throat. And then that fled back to normal, full, healthy visage, though still again completely desaturated, withdrawn of color, and a clear disconnect from life in even the smallest of senses and expressions. You don't notice that natural sort of flicker in the eye movement. There's no lifting and sinking of the chest, no natural reflexive indicators that create that almost conscious separation from the lively and the eerie. It is just...
Does she smile when I say it, when she says it like that? Is there just...
The smile she produces is torn. There is a sorrow and a weakness to her gaze. What are a couple of livings? Sorry, what are 3 livings and a familiar doing down here in this forgotten place?
I have one unused wish.
Yeah, buddy.
You're the one person who's made my best new friend and family live longer than any other. By far. He has red hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, good lord.
Whoa, you okay?
Yep. Something painful kind of just immediately hit my chest. We're good.
So, I need you to tell me if you recognize how I'm speaking.
I recognize it.
How many siblings do you have?
Just the 4 of us.
Hmm?
Just the 4 of us.
One of you managed to stay in the other realm, but 4 of you found you were here. But 3 of you found you were here. And she pulls out the feather that she's been holding back for a long time. I get 1 free wish. What's the one thing that you want more than anything?
First, just to get out of here. Been trapped like this too long.
How about to live with your brothers because they're both alive?
I'd like to see him first. Make
She pulls
that
out her
choice
payphone.
before I make it.
She's gonna
It's
call her
not-
payphone. Hold on. It goes through the realms. We have it now where it goes through freaking realms. It was the bonus that we got from Tavinius.
And also, how do you think it's been working between the Fae realm and the other realms when there's wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit?
Also, the ethereal plane, just like the Feywild, is one of the transitive planes bound to the material. So it has a similar structure.
Hold on just a moment. She's gonna it's like a little phone. She just makes the gesture. This literally leans over to Griffin's phone.
At this point, I'm half tempted to make it canon that you guys aren't fucking with sending stones that you've named Fey phones, but actually have just Magitech fucking cell phones that only operate and are able to be dialed like rotary phones in your hands.
No, I'm able to
They're
pull people through them. They're
They were
basic.
communication glasses.
They're They're made of fey glass
I
and
know.
mixed with celestial magic, so technically...
It don't like itself. Anyway.
Vinestra said, I just came along to help the dead rest. V spoke up, her tone deadpan.
I'll keep this one. You can help the others.
Which,
This one's-
as a note as well, Vinestra, on entering within, you are now staring face to face with the angry motherfucker who is staring at you.
There you go.
Hallowed eyes, missing lips, just bared teeth.
That's all I managed. I was living a good life.
And it immediately goes to reach into your chest to try and grab at any kind of internal organ it can. So it's an @1 to hit.
Does it smack itself?
Please tell me it takes a point of, like, an actual point of, like, damage.
It doesn't
itself.
expect its interaction with you to be corporeal, as its desiccated, long dead hand just snaps at the base of the arm, like right here, right as it contacts the armor.
Oh, it's like hitting a metal baseball bat against the ground.
Just Vinestra, you can help the rest of them, but this one is mine. This one is family.
My face.
Release my face.
You could give him the whole speech about Yorick, Vinestra.
Hold on. Let's see. She's typing. She's typing.
Vinestra said, V is just going to grab the arm. Sees that? V is gonna push the skull back into its ghostly head.
The mental
Fucking
visual
cease
is hilarious.
that.
As you reintroduce it to its remains within the ethereal plane, suddenly a tear in the planar fabric from immediately below it opens up, and a series of wreathed in green and purple flames rise up, grab onto this being, as he gets ripped down to one of the hells.
Oh my god. It's like,
She
here,
looks
see
so-
that face.
She's calling on the Fae phone. Answer, mother trucker.
And eventually picks up. What'd it do?
I'm gonna put the Fae phone towards the ghosts so you can see her.
I know that voice. Griffin.
It's not his original name.
True. Brain just turned off fucking, what was it, Eugene?
Yeah, his name is Eugene.
Makes me giggle every time.
That's right.
Vinestra said, Wilder?
Not quite.
Yeah, too.
Abs-
Jamie.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Plankton. Plankton's name was Eugene.
Only one bitch in my whole existence ever gave me that fucking nickname. Who the... How the fuck did they find you?
She was in the hole.
It's in the hole.
I'm letting you know that's Angel from behind him. She was in the hole. I gave them permission to go in the hole. Without us. Vinestra's good enough to do it by herself if she wanted.
I'm assuming you guys are bringing her along.
Do you want me to bring her back?
It's her decision, not mine. You always ask the dead, not the ones who grieve.
She wanted to know if you wanted her back.
I said I would like to see him.
She should be able to see him.
She's got the fate phone towards towards the thing.
One thing you notice, there seems to be no conscious acknowledgement of any visual presented on that device.
But she can see him. He can't see her.
I'd say even with your passive insight, you realize she can't see the visuals being presented on the phone.
They took her eyes before she died. Griffin, she can't see. They took her eyes before she died.
Either that or she's not able to see through the magic of that phone.
Not Piper thinking behind them to push him through the Fey phone.
Look, she
Here, go
may
ahead.
request that y'all have a phylactery, a spirit bottle, a soul cage, anything like that.
I do. Basically, Violet pulls out hers because she's only got one, and it's only for a good soul.
Vinestra said, "As do I."
Okay. Then we got the next step. I'm trying to process this, so
I've got the chains. They might have some leftover DNA on them. We have to have DNA, Griffin.
using wish, you don't.
Oh no, I don't. I have one wish, Griffin. I can use it.
Understood. If she wants to see me, then she wants to see me, so let's leave with that.
I'm not going to use a wish just so she can see you.
I said let's leave with that, which means bring it to me, and we'll go from there.
Okay, well then we can take a break for lunch and we can come back in the hole afterwards. Whenever you guys head back, and you can try to convince her. I'll hold my wish until then.
That's why I brought up the soul cage, the spirit bottle, anything like that.
She pulls out the phylactery bottle. I need you to go inside the bottle. And you go in the bottle.
Where we can see Griffin.
Interesting difference with soul cages and phylactery bottles, and especially the way they present. There is a function of almost a preservation of essence that operates with phylacteries. As she touches it, and almost in shifting to mist, slips inside, there is this soft green that the bottle starts to glow with. And by the very nature of this thing, you watch as dozens of other spirits immediately begin to back away from the object.
They want to go home. Vinestra, you can give them last rites, and Hulda 6 will be here.
There are still the other 3 that are bound in the cage.
She looks at them. What can I do for you?
Dragonborn looks up. Release us.
We're working on it.
We have been trapped here for too long.
Would you like to go to the heavens?
Even hell would be better than here.
Not wrong. Wait for
Vinestra said, V is going to go about performing funerary rites and breaking the chains for the remaining ones.
Okay.
And Violet's gonna pull out her rapier of the word. Because it sends them to the heavens they're supposed to be in.
Yep. So, go ahead and roll me a religion check for those funerary rites, Vinestra. And I'd say with the use of Violet using that rapier, I'd say you can do so with advantage. Just to kind of add a level of assistance to that ritual there.
Violet's still learning how to use the rapier. She just only knows how to use it like a bat right now. She's not great with it. No finesse, just rage.
2 secs.
All right, so this sword requires technique and finesse. Yaha, just point me at the guy I need to kill.
I got a sword. It's like a child. I got a sword.
Don't they all work the same? No. Funny thing is, most of the artwork for rapiers in D&D are not rapiers, they're fucking sabers.
31.
31 for religion.
31. Hell yeah. Okay, even just with that presence, with the sort of the word being pulled out, it's interesting. It's creating this almost buffeting effect, in contrast with the phylactery. While spirits are retreating from the phylactery, they're almost instinctively drawn to the blade. And then there's that conjunction of the funerary rites. Vinestra immediately going off of effectively the same funeral rites that you've had to do so around battles and the loss of soldiers and things, even in your old world. It is, for all intents and purposes, a lot of incredibly well-meaning but incredibly emotionally charged recitation of putting lost souls at ease and putting them to rest. And so it's augmenting and kind of carving away from enough of that buffeting that more and more souls are drawn toward that blade. And as they do so, you are watching a scattering of souls, animals, and men alike reach over and contact the blade, going up in flashes of color, going down in flames of color, getting just dispersed where they are. And notably, when the last few who are bound in this cage reach out and touch the blade as well, you watch as the shackles that their necks are bound to physically break from the cage out in the material plane. This goes on for a good 20 minutes of this recitation. Soul after soul after soul getting dispersed and moved, with this blade not being used with its proper intention as much as it is just a locus of that exit, whatever direction
They need to go.
they happen to go is where they happen to be. And as that time expires, while you still see a scattering of different souls around, still restless in their own ways for whatever purposes they exist in that range, those that are, at least in the immediate region, ones that were expressing some kind of broken longing and sensation of entrapment, have now left this place in peace and quiet, being in the ethereal plane where there is an absence of activity in a place where it is that unnervingly quiet, is in its own right unsettling to your very souls, where the air feels thinner than it is. This is a vacuum that you can almost feel fundamentally by the nature of this place will fill at some point. You're not sure how fast, but you are sure that your time here is growing about as thin as the air is.
She's going to take and pull out the secondary spectral knife and cut through the thing. This was only to talk to witches that had died.
Yeah. Yet again, that same sort of tearing sensation, making the fabric of the between bleed to step through.
I have one question before we pass through. One. Because we're on the land where her parents lived, she never asked her parents if they had another child or had tried and failed.
At least from where you are, you find no record nor indication of any restless spirit with any level of familiarity or similarity to yourself. Though with true sight, you may have the opportunity later in other places to go looking should you wish.
I will do that after we leave.
That same tearing sensation, different. There's a noticeable difference doing it from this side. Is in doing it, you almost feel like reality itself is letting in that sharp inhale of pain as it gets cut open.
She slides the phylactery onto the collar that she wears and then moves outwards.
You move out, and that wound closes itself.
Everybody. Dangerous business. Let's go to the surface, Vanessa. I want lunch, and then we can come right back down. Angel should be back by lunch, so she's planning on bringing Tavinius back with her just for a visit. More for some upgrades, but anything.
Waiting on Vanessa. Do.
Yeah, which is to say, notably, knives that are used to transition planes are, to the fabric of reality, painful ways to traverse that barrier.
Yeah, I
But
know.
hey,
Violet doesn't care.
yeah.
Fabric of reality can feel pain.
To a certain extent, when there is enough magic in the world, even things as purely conceptual as that have some level of life to them.
Vinestra said, very well. But first, some alarms. V and Amira would go set up alarming spells around the final tunnel entrance. Exit to mentally ping them if something comes out of the hole.
Absolutely laying out those threads for any sort of basically proximity trips, those lovely little magical tripwires that your paladins do as well set up, just to make sure to be notified in case anything goes snooping around from within or without.
Now up we go. Come on, Halcyon.
Wrong playlist.
Now we can go over to everybody else because we're going to meet back at the cash room.
Yes, indeed.
And that's the wrong background.
Yep. This one's right.
It's also the wrong. It's not golden.
This is the urban background, so it just applies to urban spaces.
Okay.
We're going up. Gonna be golden.
She looks over. I'm letting you know. She looks over to Avery. Tavinius is like the coolest guy I've ever met. Like ever met.
Did we get back from our quest?
No, we're
we have
in
transitioned
Mercast.
back to the crew in Mercast.
Oh, this is now Angel talking.
Yes.
Yes, Angel's talking.
Okay.
You're gonna really like him. He's really cool.
As the group
And I'm letting you know,
is
Angel
approaching
is
the
doing the
magic shop
normal.
known as the Insurmountable Incantus.
Angel's doing the normal walking where she almost walks into the street every once in a while, so Nicodemus has to move her.
Yeah, he's easily doing that, and it's very much your long ass hair is your child leash at this point.
Do you spell Mercast?
It was originally MERKES, but now it is MERCES, like Mercy.
MERCES.
Oh, the City of Mercy. Wow, is the shop busy at this hour? Considering it's morning, it probably wouldn't be.
Given
super
the
busy.
ungodly amount of funding Angel has supplied it, it has gone from what initially it was, which was this very magically driven corner shop, to basically magic shop Buc-ee's.
Oh no, that means it's a visual overstimulation.
Yeah, there's snacks, he has overtaken a number of businesses, so the general store and everything's packed in here. It's yeah.
No, so I have a question. Are they just working as one big business? Did he recruit all of them and make it one little
Tivenius very
business?
much kind of definitely went the route of financial hostile takeover, but absolutely let everybody keep their jobs while just knocking down separating walls and shit and unifying it into one building, while adding a shitload of expansions and adding branding to everything.
If a mall was not just a place for rent, but an actual business.
Yeah.
She walks in and she's like, oh my god, what have you done to this place? It's only been 3 months.
And the fascinating thing as well, given who Tivenius is, seeing staff members that are not simulacrum of Tivenius are now like the sporadic exception to the massive staff army.
There's 3 floors,
It's like,
Tivenius.
due to labor laws, we kind of do have to still hire you on, but you're wearing the same uniform as the rest of me. It's that throughout the place.
Tivenius, there's 3 floors.
Not anymore. There's 5.
There's 5 floors.
There's an additional upper floor, and there is a whole basement floor where now when you enter in, you see there's actually fencing, and you can see down into that lower floor where a lot of, especially the restaurant areas, have been moved.
I'm gonna be surprised if he made a freaking escalator.
Not hard to do, given that he runs a fucking enchantment shop. And not to mention there's a number of magical extensions that are present in the place as well, whereas even for the massive building that he inhabits, the interior is so much bigger.
Bigger on the inside, yes.
Oh my god, it's TARDIS.
It's a TARDIS. He walks in and she looks over at Tivenius.
Less
There's
TARDIS,
usually
more
the front
extended
door.
interior tent a la Harry Potter. But yeah.
I'm letting you know there's just a chorus of Uncle Tivenius!
Oh yeah, which a lot of them are naturally greeting the Tivenius simulacrum because they kind of have to.
Well, they're used to simulacrums with their mom too, so it's not really that far-fetched.
Do you want to hug a snowman? Type deal.
No, we're not made. No, you can also make them out of other things. They don't mean to sit out the other options.
The two normal and most commonly used materials are snow or ashes, but there are other suitable materials as well.
You can use dust bunnies.
Real.
Yeah.
He has a mithril one somewhere.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
We are stocking up for the next couple of weeks, and this place probably has everything because I think he took over the local shops in the corner area.
You get this
All right,
indicated
yeah,
purely by the
I
name
assume so.
tag present on the apron to this mage draconically sort of overformed former Shudder Kai. This is Tivenius 67. Welcome to the Insurmountable Incantus, now insurmountably larger than it once was. How can I help you? What can I get for you? We have food, we have drink, we have, of course, magical and enchanted things of all sorts, forms, and facets. What can I get? And what can I do?
Can I speak to Tivenius Prime, please?
You want to speak to Divinius Prime. He and we
Consider
are a
it
wee
that
bit
way, yes.
indisposed. Little work to be
Wait,
done in
is-
stocking up the sheer ungodly amount of shelves we now have.
Do you not know who I am?
Oh, I know.
Okay, good.
Though notably, if you're keen on talking, I would avoid talking to Divinius55. There was some weird glitch in the creation process, and he just seems like he's kind of what we were before we got the soul.
Oh, great. Awesome. That's all I need right now.
So he
She looks-
just kind of handles paperwork.
She looks over at she looks over at the assassin that has basically come with him, the rogue that is wanting to upgrade their things. I have a question. What does their face look like right now? The female, Joe.
Just starry-eyed in the biggest candy shop on the planet.
She puts a Velux Electrum in her hand. This is over 100,000 gold. Do not lose it. It is your money. It
Immediately
is
bolts.
because
Before the speech finishes.
okay.
And Avery's got his hand up, I would say, presently among the crowd of
What
people
up,
you've
what up, Rick?
brought in with you.
The super brick.
Avery needs parts and materials to rebuild Aegis.
We're gonna need some metals, like a lot of metals.
What sort? What a variety.
What variety would be good?
And I'm thinking, Joe, is it possible we could get an updated stat sheet when I rebuild him? Because since I'm a little more experienced now.
Depending on what materials you use, yeah.
Well, I
By the way-
would be taking the biggest materials.
Okay.
Piper's actually not with the group. She went to go check out her garden that's here.
And it is overgrown and flourishing.
Overgrown with coffee. People are getting high.
But we'll worry about that in a minute. I was just letting you know, because if anybody was wanting Piper, she's not here now.
I'm letting you know. She looks at the kids. We have an allowance. You know exactly what your allowance is by the numbers on your card that you have in your hand. You work within the allowance, and if you don't understand what it means, ask an older kid.
Another Tavenius walks over. By the looks of it, Tavenius 47. This Tavenius, notably, shaved his head bald.
Oh, God. I never thought I'd see that in my life.
And he walks over to you, Avery, just staring with these over-widened eyes as if he, in the logic of his creation, had caffeine injected directly into his veins. You're looking for materials? What kind of materials can I get you? What can I do?
Hold on, he's not.
Strong materials, light materials,
Durable material?
magically, yeah, durable materials.
You said you needed metal. We can do aluminium. We can do copper. We can do mithril. We can do adamantine. We can do black steel. We can do galdi. We can do gildium. We can do galvium. We can do. What are you thinking?
The player doesn't have enough knowledge to answer this.
She looks over at this guy. How about you just give us...
Sounds
Okay. She looks over at Avery. I want you to decide how big this thing is going to be, and we'll ask him for a size amount of each metal so you can test it. How about that?
Let's go like twice Finestra size.
Okay, so are we looking for magically enhanced durability? Are we looking for magical susceptibility? Are we looking for magical resistance? What sort of traits are we looking
He
for?
puts her hand on his mouth. It's like floating up. Just Berman. I'll give you instructions. Hold on. I'd like to speak to Divinius Prime because he would know what we're looking for.
And then suddenly you watch a sickly green beam of magic suddenly blast through the side of this simulacrum's head as it gets rendered to a small pile of ashes.
Oh god, that was terrifying. That one was so loud.
And walking over, goggles still bound to his head, brilliant golden bronze scales tracing up his face, and covered in an accoutrement of various tinkering attire, Tevenius Primer. I've been looking for that one. It's getting quite annoying.
I have a
The
question.
more I iterate on the simulacrum, the more quirks they seem to gain. Some of them have gotten sentient and run out of the building.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to hide some people here?
Yes. Have you seen the size of the place?
I have changelings that need homes.
Yes.
All right.
Not all of the
Okay.
number Teveniuses are actually Teveniuses.
I understand that.
Hence the numbers being as high as they actually are.
All right, we're trying to build an automata, but an automata that is attached to an additional soul that is attached to Avery, my friend here. Avery, this is Tevenius Avery.
Tevenius Deril, owner and creator of the insurmountable Incantus.
Avery Starling, artificer and sorcerer.
Understood. You're looking for
Psionic
magical
weapon.
enhancement for yourself alongside the creation of your companion.
Something that
I
allows
have a
for
clear vision of what I'm looking for, and I also have the ability to transmit that vision to you.
If you're more
Would it be
artistically
okay?
minded and less mechanically driven, by all means.
So I transmit images of some of the robots I've seen and been collecting through our journeys through these human runes. Some including like Gundams and nightmare frames from Code Geass, and then also like thinking of its capabilities. He'll see like it channeling my magic through it.
20 to 30 feet tall is what we're going for.
Well, if you're looking for just roughly taller than Venestra, how about we go with a conservative 10?
For starters.
With room for expansions and components. No. Luckily, as far as many of those projections, as much as they violate the laws of natural physics, magic ain't no bitch of physics.
I don't know how much magic can do it, but I don't really want to be sacrificing a whole lot of function.
Magic can do quite a bit.
Okay.
Magic can make mass appear where there was none behind it. Magic says fuck the rules. But it does have its own.
Yeah, fuck the rules.
It does have its limits. She looks over at Tevenius. Did we talk about those cloaking devices for the kids?
Yes, they're not perfect.
They're
There
not going to be.
is no such perfect thing unless they are explicitly themselves just gods hiding from the prying eyes of those they would not wish to be seen by. And even then, from what I've heard on the grapevine, it seems even gods are having trouble greater than prying eyes.
And, excuse me, I also need I don't know, you probably offer this, given you offer just about everything, a pocket space to actually build this thing and store it.
Something you can referably basic. Like the doorknob you gave me for the kids when they want to hide
Dimensional
somewhere.
storage and pocket dimensions are easy enough to produce.
Like the doorknob one.
I'll see what I can find. Are we still on your tab then?
Yes, we're still on my tab, and I do need to close the first one and restart again.
You handed me
For
an
tax
extra.
purposes.
I still owe you. Taxes
I know.
be fucked and damned.
Not all your tax. Nut Piper from across the town. You still
And
all
also,
your
don't you run and rule your region of the Underdark. You decide
but
what the taxes are.
The taxes are low right
you can
now
decide
because
that you are exempt.
I don't like to excite. I look at him like, I'm trying to be a good leader, Mother Drugger.
gotta lead by
Who the fuck would question if that's all
example.
I'm saying?
Well, considering what I've done for them, not necessarily anybody, but anyways, I need
One would
something
argue
specifically.
that you get some tax benefits from being an adventurer.
I need that thing that we've been talking about. The one that protects the necklace from him.
That's less my purview. What I have managed to produce is something less involved with enhancing the necklace and more involved with finding and communicating with the Theromancer once again to get his resources and his designs on that improvement. The type of magical artifact that you are wearing is something that I strictly cannot intervene with. There are things like that exist in the world that only they who made them can add anything to it.
Then I'm gonna need to talk to him because you're the only one who was able to access him last time. I don't have strong enough magic.
Well, this is a locationally bound focal crystal meant to pierce the spiritual veil and contact those long since disconnected from corporeality. Now, it is conditional on one thing. It needs to be at a location strongly bound to his essence. In other words, most likely, wherever the fuck he chose his home to be. Which means you're gonna have to do some book reading to find out where the fuck he likely decided to homestead.
No, I don't. She calls. You know what she does? Leon!
Yes.
Where did the Theromancer live?
What you gonna give me if I tell you?
Guinea pig.
Carrots, rutabagas, and extra romaine lettuce. For a week. No, a month.
2 months and a bushel of tomatoes.
What size tomatoes?
You know what size.
You can't get the big ones.
No deal.
You can't eat the big ones. You'll end up dying.
I
That
can
body doesn't
try.
handle. No. I will
I'm
get
a
you.
guinea pig in form. I have magical resiliences.
She's looking at like, Tiffany's help me.
Give me the big tomat or no deal.
I will give you the sweet golden cherry tomats.
A large, bright red heritage tomat.
Not on your life, and done in slow portions.
Persuasion check.
When you have to argue with your guinea pig wizard.
18 plus whatever my freaking persuasion is right now.
Your modifiers are absurd. I will still roll just in case he does get a crit given the crit rules.
Shit.
He didn't crit. Fine.
Okay.
The golden
2 months.
tomatoes. 3
Yes.
months.
3 months.
Good. Fine. Deal.
Where?
Swear to God, if he says I don't know.
Hopefully it's not pickles because
Well, the only 2 friends were literally Leon and the Theromancer when he was an actual human. Like an actual person. They were friends.
He housed and lived in a little willow tree over in Sizath.
Oh, good. I need to go to Sizath anyways.
The willow
They have a
tree
party.
Oh,
was
surprise! Why?
625 steps due east of the Topaz Cavern.
That's fine.
I know it's not a coordinate location and it's a little vague, but after all, if you're a highly successful wizard, aren't you going to be vague with directions to your...
I'll just bring the dog that smells magic.
Don't rush, by the way.
I won't. There are things that need to be done first. Looks over to Venius. I still need the secondary pocket part.
The Theromancer was very particular, and when it came to people finding him, even after his death, he only allowed it precisely.
Do you want me to flip the coin when I get there?
Do you want to flip the coin when you get there to the Theromancer's home?
So you can appear.
So that I can see the damned place, why certainly.
That'd be great. Looks over at Avery. Alright. Tibinius, this is Kellen, and she introduces him to each one of the kids and all the new ones.
Hi.
Kellen, this is Tibinius. Tibinius is your adopted uncle.
Cool.
Kellen, what kind of... What are you hungry right now? Do you want to
Yes.
go somewhere right now?
Food. Just food-focused child. Every child in existence.
Okay, we're gonna go eat first. I'm gonna let you work with Avery on his
Yeah.
his stuff. I'm gonna take them down to what you call a food court, which is technically what that is downstairs. And
We
I
have
can
so
smell it.
many options down there.
Yes,
God.
but nothing is ever going to beat the Violet Shovel's options, which is
We're
across
working
the
on
street.
absorbing the Violet Shovel. They're also working on absorbing us through the contentious monetary.
Why
little
don't you
finagles.
just join?
Merger!
It's called
That's
a
the
merger.
Yes, it's a competitive merger, and we're debating on who actually gets say.
You both together as a team. Piper's not there, that's player.
I'm surrounded by me for staff. Do you think I could really have a team?
Yes.
I mean, you have to team with your staff.
She looks at him. And this is the point where she gets in the dragon's face for the first time and gets up in his face. This is going to be war.
Be nice.
Just work together. You're sturdier than she is anyway.
Fair.
Considering that is true, she is sturdier than the person that works across the street. He is sturdier than that person.
Well, yeah, he's a bronze dragon. She's a porcelain angel.
What you're saying is we should fuck.
Oh.
I think she's married. Isn't she married?
Do you know if they'd be
She
opposed to a
won't.
third? Or
God!
a 57th?
Let me ask. You know
Having
what?
a
I
drive
will
There's so
inquire
many of
for
them.
you.
Vinestra said,
I will inquire
just
for
cause
you.
there's a goalie doesn't mean he can't score.
I mean, he's not wrong. You know, I will
And
make
there's
an
so
inquiry
many of
for you.
me, I could run such a long train.
Oh my god,
Oh my
stop
god. Here across the way, even Piper heard that. Oh my god. Piper heard that, and he's like, oh my god.
Our orchard is in the back of the Violet Shovel. All that coffee is back there behind the Violet Shovel.
Coffee, that'll make it even better.
I mean, you're gonna have to get permission from Piper for that one. She built her own garden.
True.
I literally rent the space.
I am just screwing around, you know, or am I?
I know you're not screwing around considering the options that you have now, and considering right about now it'd be when a dragon like yourself would get horny, so I'm not necessarily thinking it's not an option. So I am going to go and inquire for you and get us seated at the Violet Shovel at least for tonight, so when we come back tonight, I can at least get the kids ready to see the fireworks tonight, because there are supposed to be fireworks tonight, right? For the end of the festival?
Yes.
Okay.
Now back on the subject. Materials for the mech, apparently.
Anything that uses psionics and protects him for the ruinage at the top.
For psionically charged substances, I don't have much in the way of enchanted alloys. That said, what I can do is briefly supply you with some magically innate mithril plating. It's going to be lighter by its nature. And in exchange, I would suggest tracking down probably the grave of a purple dragon. Not an amethyst one, but a purple one. Harvest what you can of it. And then, not well versed on the metallurgy required for that alloy. So, if there's a smith in the region, talk to them.
Did you say purple dragon?
Purple, yes.
Like the entire carcass that I've been carrying around for however long inside of my...
Not a carcass, the remnants of the actual grave. That's where things like emberstone for red dragons form. Body. Around the place
Okay,
of death.
she looks over at Avery. Avery, we'll go to Ormer after we go to where we're going. And we will find out where those people pulled the dragon out of the ground, okay?
Okay, so he said we need to find and kill a purple dragon and harvest as much as we can from it, and then what?
Harvest as much as you can from its grave, which for a purple dragon would be a substance called cognistone.
She looks over at Avery. She looks over at Avery and she gives him the information. I killed a reanimated dragon that was purple. So all we have to do is follow the trail of the people that I have kind of left to their own devices to basically get the cognistone.
Right. After that, find a smith relatively nearby, and they should be able to tell you what they could reasonably alloy with it in terms of metallic base to produce what you need. For gildium, that's just emberstone and gold, but the same metals don't always mix with dragon stones the same way.
Psionics, really, we only needed enough metal to make sheets to cover thin sheets to cover the whole thing.
Unless you want it durable. But of course, that depends on what kind of base metal you need to go with it, which I don't
I'm not
know.
saying that it would be the structural, I'm saying it would lay between other layers.
I have a question. Knowing the Theramancer, would I know that the Theramancer, because of what he's been doing in constructing stuff, that might know the answer to this question?
The Theramancer being as renowned of an enchanter as he was, based on the production of your artifact, there is a chance that he might know what metal you would need to alloy with the cognistone to produce, the appropriate magically charged alloy. But of course, he was particularly a mage focused around the magic of song and that kind of thing. Song and connection,
but we still have to go to the ball and chain. We could find out what it is at the ball and chain.
there's a chance you could find the book there too, yeah. So you got three options. You could go with the mystery check with the Theramancer. You could go to ball and chain, hope you find the right book, or you can hope you find the right kind of information from a nearby smith after harvesting the cognistone, which could potentially also be accomplished by looking at Vestrusian Empire graveyard, see if anything lines up with a purple dragon, for at least locations in the material plane to find that too.
What's left behind when a purple dragon dies?
Sometimes when you walk into a chunk of forest and you just suddenly feel sick to your stomach.
Yes.
It's that, about 1,000 times worse, and to the point where whatever grows there twists about as uncomfortably.
There's one in Sizath. There's one here in, God, if we'd only know that was a graveyard. Wait, Mercast used to be surrounded by a graveyard like that.
Mercast has been purified. I don't know if whatever you find here would be what you need.
The stone doesn't change even when it purifies. I'm not talking about the city itself. I'm talking about the surrounding forest of the city.
The now former Whispering Fen?
Yes, but the former Whispering Fen had that nauseous feeling.
Yeah. Which was also due to it being a constant repeating over the centuries battlefield where a bunch of terrible shit happened. Dragons, I mean, you witnessed when going into the past dragons dying there, of not necessarily a purple color, but there's a chance. Research the right books and you might find some indication of what died there. So, hey.
Avery, you're good at researching, right?
I think so, yeah.
So let's go to the ball and chain after I get a setup in between this. You're making a basement space that goes to the other side, aren't you? She looks over at Tavinius.
The other side of where?
Under the street
I mean,
to the Violet Shovel.
that's down there is the
Nope.
food court. That's all it is.
Uh-huh. Sounds likely. Piper's not here.
She's gonna walk across the street. I will be back. She looks over at one of her older children, Kismet. She looks over at Kismet. Kismet,
We are looking to do another floor addition that's interior apartments, though.
no, you will not be doing interior apartments. We had the discussion about that. You do not encroach on other people's business. In case you're going to be doing hiding people inside of said apartments.
The idea being that certain staffers that are totally more me need somewhere to sleep.
That's fine. She puts another electrum on the table for your expansion.
Your other one already covered it. You're
Yes.
overpaying.
I know I'm overpaying.
It's always good to have a dragon forever in your debt, essentially.
No, he's the one that my grandpa likes to come see every once in a while from the Ormer, and basically the person that they commiserate all of the time with. Yes, I'm going to get in his good graces. I will be back, Avery, to pick up all the children. She's going to walk over to the Violet Shovel real quick, and we're going to the Ball and Chain, you and I. I'm going to see, let me hold, she looks over at Kismet. Kismet, can I trust you to keep the kids, you and the adults, to keep the kids under control for 30 minutes while we go search the Ball and Chain for that book?
She nods. Now, notably, I will say this for you, Avery. You are supplied components at the moment that are made mostly of mithril plate, which does mean, first of all, it is, magically speaking, one of the lightest metals that exist. So, first of all, whatever form that Aegis takes currently while wearing mithril, he has a +10 to his movement speed because of how light he is. Second of all, any physical attacks he makes, they are considered +1 to attack and damage, just as a baseline. On top of anything that he gets from modifiers or anything like that.
Right. So mithril, lightest metal, +10 movement speed, and you said it also gives him a +1 to his attack?
And to his attack and his damage on physical attacks, that's on top of any other modifiers he already has.
Damage. +1 to damage on physical attacks.
As well as +1 to attacks. So
That's a good idea. I could have different. I could enchant it so that he can switch between modes, like a defensive mode,
Yes, I could.
Different metal type.
kind of like a Deoxys type of theme.
Yes. The whole thing is, I was also thinking, this is the also thing I'm thinking about. We go to the Ball and Chain, there are books from different time periods and different worlds that float through that space. So we might be able to find what we're looking for.
yeah, this is the
She's
mobility
going-
loadout by a long stretch.
She walks across the Ball and Chain. Would you like to come with me, Avery, while they pack up all of our things?
I thought you all were going to Violet Shovel first and then.
We are going. He's going to the Violet Shovel first. She's also going to introduce Avery to the lady at the Violet Shovel. You know what? I'll introduce Aiko instead. She grabs Aiko's hand. Come on.
Okay.
Girl time! Meanwhile, Smash cut to the Violet Shovel Garden. Paper cuts.
Smash cutting over to the Violet Shovel, which itself has been significantly expanded from what was previously a quaint little sort of hole-in-the-wall gathering tavern to now basically the most, it's Fantasy Holiday Inn plus booze.
I have a question. Did they expand into the Winged Shoe?
Yeah.
So it's a joint business now.
Yeah. Although to get access from the Winged Shoe from within the Violet Shovel, there is a bouncer in that part of the building. Under a certain age, within a range of species, you're not allowed to go past him.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I feel like it'd be hilarious if the bouncer has like a book that has all the legal ages of each race.
Notably, looking over, the bouncer appears to be just a fucking golem. Made entirely of this, what looks to be jade.
Hmm?
Notably, the golem seems to be made of what looks to be jade. There's not immediately a maker's mark that you can see, at least from this distance.
She's gonna walk over to the Violet Shovel first, and her family half runs the Winged Shoe.
Yep.
So, yes, I also own a large chain of stripper businesses, which is one of the other reasons Avery is gonna make me giggle a little bit. So, I'm gonna go over to the garden first, because we're gonna enter through the garden entrance to see where Piper's at right now, checking her stock.
Absolutely. Overgrown as shit.
Smush cutting over to Piper.
Is my resurrection beans growing?
Still...
They're not doing shit in the Feywild. We wanted to see if they would work in the other places too.
They've sprouted. They are not growing quickly. They have sprouted here. Which, notably, unlike all the other vegetation here, which is bright and gold, these have sprouted a deep purple stalk.
Purple flowers?
Deep purple little sprout.
Oh.
It's taking the longest in the world to grow, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
something
the other
that
one-
easily resurrects someone to life should not be easily attained.
I know.
Balance reasons.
It's better than the beans at the Feywild where they grew into a bush. No fruit.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know she walks up behind Piper and goes, "Hello!"
Yes, I
I don't
heard
wanna
about the genius and his trade.
I mean, she's a very good-looking woman. You can't knock him. She's gorgeous.
Elf ears and your observant feet heard that shit, even from over here.
Uh-huh. That's why you heard the disgusting!
We're gonna go inside and set up stuff because they're gonna have fireworks tonight.
They definitely will.
Okay, so, I will later write down the list that was in the Merchest area, because I have that in my head. My fingers are kind of greasy. Piper would have just harvested what was in the list, so.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna go in the building with Piper.
Okay.
What do we see in the building? Is she still at the front thing? Is it still small in the front, or has it gotten bigger?
It is the barest remnant of that sort of small front interior, but you can see where the walls have been knocked down and it's been attached to extensions and expansions of the building that have absolutely taken every advantage of every little bit of coin they've gotten, as there is gold trim fucking everywhere. This is gaudy and wealthy, and a normal peasant would likely have a heart attack stepping into this place. Just with just how expensive everything even appears to be. Looking at the windows, it's crystal glass, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, her husband was an Arlian person, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Arlian? It's Arlian. Yeah. She was porcelain and he was Arlian.
Yeah, which notably even the crystal glass in the windows is stained and sort of spiraling up in different color patterns. It is caught somewhere between a den of debauchery being literally attached to a strip club, a place of rest, and a fucking church in this weird nonsensical combination of holy crap, the blood in this place is rich.
Hello?
And Amiralea,
Mirabella!
that soft porcelain-colored hair and porcelain-toned with that sort of twinge of green eyes, looks over. Well, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I would like to set up rooms
Would you?
for
How many?
He looks up at Nick, considering Nick would have followed her out. Nick, how many rooms do we need? Because you're the one that's keeping track.
Counting even ones that need to be shared, 73.
73.
You can do that. Most of those for kids, so we can go with the generic accommodations there, and we've gotten some significant upgrades. Now, as far as some newer companions, which I have not seen before, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
I know a changeling when I see a number of them have already passed through this town.
This is Aiko. Aiko, this is Amiralea.
Hi. Hello. I like your shoes.
And
I like your top. Thank you.
don't ask her how easy it comes off, Amira. Don't ask.
I don't need to.
I made that mistake.
I don't need to. I'm from a god of fate.
So I'm guessing your husband, when you gave him the money, knew how to do an upgrade for a building.
Yeah. Whichever you
Is
would
this
be able to
one-
follow after at this point, having gotten your equipment. It'll still take you a minute or two.
She looks over it. We're also going to do one for a very tall woman, about 10 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Venestra. She's not here with us, but for
Okay.
the fireworks.
If I could teleport her here if you want to show me like a visual. Unless she's busy.
She's currently busy. They're going to meet us back at the house, and then we'll come back here.
Okay.
So that's what
So
the
do you
whole
want to
goal
just
is.
set up
for this one.
accommodations, let you guys have your exit, and then just wait for you to come back? I can do that.
Yeah, we're going to come back tonight, because I want the new kids to kind of get an idea of their...
Okay. So
own network.
then check-in will be at sundown.
Okay.
Given that it's all a singular family unit, we can provide one of the skeleton key units. So with that in mind, she traces her fingers through the air, and then produced through that fabric, she produces what appears to be purple oxidized sort of metal key. It seems to have a different number of different sort of teeth just kind of across its entire rounded length. This is going to be the skeleton key for the family. And I'm only referring it's Mooch's unit really at this point, because you keep having kids.
It's not really... At this point, she can tell I can't necessarily help that.
I know.
Point.
I've had a lot of
Okay,
dreams. I
so
know.
I'm okay. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I need to take Avery to the ball and chain when he gets through here. But
Looks like you already have his ball and chain with you.
I don't know if she takes offense to that or not yet.
She snorts.
Okay, so I need to know what's going on in the city because we haven't gotten updates for the last week.
Okay. A lot of
And I know that you're one
expansions and a somewhat hostile takeover coming from Tevenius. It's amusing.
Speaking of which, she's single.
No, considering but she might want a third.
No.
It might be fun. Oh wow.
Did she just flat out say no?
You can keep trying. It's amusing, but no.
He wants a merger.
He wants more than that, but no.
I know he does. Dragons always want more than that.
And my answer is no.
And we've told him no. Well, she's told him no.
I've told him to try to be. Let me put it to you this way. I'm merely at this.
He's not rude
Or-
about it. He can keep hounding me, and I'll keep saying no. It's amusing at this point.
I'm merely at. The war is coming.
I understand.
I need to know how many people I can hide.
As many as you need.
They're hiding in Sizath.
In
And I'm
Jihu
going
would be
to-
where your envy forces are. Besides, that's
Looks over-
a good side with the elves.
She looks over at her and she goes, I'm going to let you know anything. They're all going to be in Sizath. I'm going to have to do a pickup or something.
Okay.
And second of all, here's the secondary part. It's the Velix that's causing part of the war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're aware,
I gather.
but they're located under Jihu.
Okay.
And they're working probably with part of the Shadowfell.
I mean, naturally, you know. Where you can't get much resource out of living, might as well pick out from the dead.
I don't know where the purple dragon is. I don't know where the golem is that he's inside of. I
Has
can't
he made a
keep
point
track.
to make himself known?
No, not yet.
Then this is me just guessing. And guessing isn't really my job, being from a god of fate, but maybe he's having trouble being able to make himself known.
Good. Good.
Again, that's a guess. I could be wrong.
Your guesses haven't been wrong so far.
So
She looks over at Piper.
Mm. What
Are you bringing? Are you?
what do we
Are you
call
bringing?
the-
What do we call the what?
What do we call the decay one? Faye? I know we call her something than her actual name.
Brimmer.
Okay, sure I got this right. Okay, continue.
I am going to have to, now that the Feywild is kind of calmed down.
Oh shit. What's
As
done?
calm as the Feywild can be.
And the devils aren't allowed to take over. You do know the 5 people that are going to be coming for us, right?
The chaos beings
Calling
of
them
doom.
people is a stretch, but yeah.
So
And then-
so
Even the Midnight stretch them.
yes, I'm aware. As I am taking stock of my stock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She looks over at Amirle. Even Meninna is running stretched then, considering the Grey Thief is what they went after first.
It's what I would do.
Then what would you do next?
Well, if you're trying to infiltrate a place, you figure out a way to distract every bouncer at every door. And while they're distracted, you never use one of the doors. Use a window. Or an emergency access. Somewhere where someone wouldn't immediately think, look. And as far as whole planets, windows into here are hard to find already.
Green Eye Crossing.
Maybe.
I haven't checked on them. Ben's out of commission right now. He's also in trouble with this. For putting himself in almost imminent danger.
course,
his mother was part of the Shadowfell.
Yeah. And I'm not speaking much on experience as an infiltrator. That's not really my job. But I've had to break into my own building on occasion when I lost the keys. And I didn't want to annoy the guards. You know, before the whole drop of gold and everything.
One of the easiest ways to do that would be use the children.
Oh.
It's just a question of what's going to create the most effective distraction.
They used the changelings in order to create the biggest distraction.
Maybe. It's distracting you, but I wouldn't say you're the guard at the gate.
I took over guard duty.
What guard duty? Sorry, mentally taking inventory. Spaced out for a second.
The guard at the gate would be the top 3. I'm gonna have to talk to them tonight.
You want to get into a place without the notice of the guards. You learn their routines, learn when they're not going to be around to see what you're doing.
We don't have a routine.
We're gonna have to change at the festivals. They know when to attack.
During festivals, correct. Okay.
Of course. They're also Lords of Chaos, so they, as much as I'm talking about structure, they might not follow that at all.
Yeah. Unless their festivals celebrating chaos, there should be a few, right?
There's a god of chaos, at least not in this ring.
There is a god of chaos.
Me? No, I'm kidding.
There was.
It seems like this is the ring that they have interest in anyway.
They want to drive us back to the darkness of the void. Like, use the void.
So put Alcove on Perpetual Watch. Got it!
Darkness of Limbo.
I can't figure it out. I can play chess. I can play 3D chess. We've been working on it, me and
Answers to the
Lauren.
big questions don't always come fast.
We'll work on it when we get the time angel. For now, you guys have things to look up for the ages? Yes?
Yes. Oh, this is Avery.
Okay.
As Avery walks in, she looks over at Avery walking in.
Well, hi. I'm Amir Elena.
This is Amir Leia.
Nice to meet you.
And look at this sort
She's
of
rather.
porcelain-colored Asmar with these sort of frame of this brilliant green around those porcelain-colored eyes.
They can see him now.
You both look a little sick. I do hope having maybe a night's rest here might do you some good. Maybe. It does with some other people that get pretty sick.
I mean, I don't need to look you two over again. Just Piper's like, I am your doctor. I need to look you over again.
Yes.
Right, time for your checkup.
Gotta take your temperature, bend over.
Ew, no, absolutely not. Piper
It's the
hates
more accurate way to
buttholes.
do it.
Piper hates buttholes, so no.
That's fair.
Both of them are very sick. We're going to be taking them to the Rusted Peaks to try to kind of figure out what happened there.
That'll be an interesting adventure.
Where would it be?
Where would what be? I think you're getting hung up on too many questions at once. Slow down and give yourself one to focus on.
I have to think on all fronts at the same time.
Do you? Or are you taking on too many tasks that could be also giving to others?
I made a deal with somebody I don't ever make a deal with. He made a deal with me. The world can't move from where it is. They're gonna have to either go... It explains why Amora came out. If they were trying to find a way in, they'd have to go find her dead body and cause some major havoc.
There is one dead god, Timor was another.
Timor's fine. We saw him. The kids have been talking to him. He's fine.
Celestial death is an interesting thing. Current powers aren't always the biggest answer.
It's a past powers.
But you look exhausted and clearly
I am
overthinking things. So I suggest you get home, you gather the rest of your friends and whoever else wants to spend the night in this lovely little golden city. Come back here and I'll have some dinner ready for you.
I have to go to the ball and chain. Brick, Avery, you want to come with me?
Sure.
I have to do my own research.
I'll be here if you'll need me. I have 4 coffee beans to look over.
In which case, while you're gardening, Piper, can we get you something to eat?
Oh no, she's taking stock, which I sent you the list.
Hold on.
The last 4 on the list are the ones I need to check out on. Those are the last 2 we need, aren't they? Am I wrong? I know they're the last 2 because a hint you gave us forever ago.
The last 2 are growing, a little slowly, but they are steadily starting to kind of bear the nuggets of fruit bearing on the bush, and therefore beans. But it is small and slow going. Otherwise, the 2 just before that with Walker and Orwayne, those are the 2 very much definitely nature-oriented Fae. Those are particularly the 2 that kind of ended up overgrown. Notably, especially with Orwayne being the Fae of overgrowth.
Yeah, I literally made, you know how they have all their hallucinogen sort of water stuff?
Yeah.
Sort of things. Piper got one from each one and made them into coffee beans. There are some in the Feywild of Capulus Medicus as well. Piper made some here, so that way the gods and celestials can partake without exploding.
Yeah.
So they had to work on basically taking what makes them Fae out of it and changing it into celestial base. Yes.
Yeah, by putting in the soil of a celestial place. So we don't want exploding gods now, do
No, we
we?
don't. No.
Not right now. Yes, the last 4 are different iterations of what might help with that. So.
She's going to go and
20.
Yeah.
So, total.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about Dude Bro, the god of chaos and god of explosions. No.
How
He never
long does it
looks
take us to get to... Okay. How long does it take us to get to the ball and chain?
Not long at all. You are well versed in this walking route. Which notably, it is one of the few buildings here that hasn't really externally expanded at all, mainly because the interior is never really in need of additional space.
Yeah, but it's attached to my space.
In part.
That's why it needs secondary protection. Whether it be covert or overt.
Entering slowly and carefully into the ball and chain, you are greeted by its 2 keepers and then quickly enough ushered into definitely what looks more like an extra-dimensional library than anything else. Bookcases that stretch beyond your ability to properly see them, and far out beyond a proper distance. There are pages in here that are literally taking flight, some flying onto shelves, some flying off of and falling from them, some sprouting fucking wings and flying away. It is a cascade of chaotic, misdirected, and disconnected information. Also notably, being in here, you feel entirely separated from the warm, sort of steady and calming energy of Merkest. It feels fundamentally like you've entered into a planar location entirely separate from even just the few feet behind you where you stepped in.
There are things she's going to look for. I'm going to do 3 things. And I am going to take the coffee beans that Amber has that speed up my body to slow down time for me.
Yeah, flash
so I can
time.
find what I want.
Yeah, I just realized I need to have those start growing in Merkest because it may have some detriments if we're not careful because he'd become a gad. Those are the Fey bean grown ones, the Fey realm grown.
The reason she's taking it right now is because they're chocolate-covered coffee beans. They're supposed to basically make her go faster for the next couple of hours.
Yep.
Oh wait, yeah, they're chocolate beans, right?
Okay, so you may go ahead and roll an investigation. Your DC is getting lowered because you're using those coffee beans. If anybody else in your presence has, of course, proficiency in investigation, they may offer you assistance to give you advantage or roll it themselves. And of course, it is a question beyond just generically asking about investigation to ask, especially since you're in a library, what information are you looking for?
For the first natural 20 that I just rolled, I am going to be looking on the earliest books or texts or tomes or scrolls or anything old that I can find that involves the Grey Thief taking the planet away.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I'm going to look for the names of those old people, also accustomed next to them. If I can't find anything where there's not even like a weird letter or a weird notation next to him, I'm not going to take that. The second thing I'm looking for... Apparently I'm nervous because we're rolling natural 20s. Okay. The second thing I'm looking for is the knowledge of where Puck's bones are.
Okay.
Because Puck was a guide of chaos.
And then the last one is...
Not a god. The definitions are not necessarily interchangeable, but...
I understand that, but...
There still would have been holidays.
So, we'll start with those first 2.
Okay.
And the Aegis metal stuff.
First.
No, that's his stuff to look for. He hasn't rolled. I'm going to give him advantage, though.
Okay,
Because
we'll
I'll
start
help
with
him
those first 2
finish my stuff.
with what you find. And then we'll get to Brick's rolls and then back to what else you're looking for. So, first of all, looking for the Grey Thief taking the Ring of Zaria. This largely ends up getting into occult research, books on forbidden knowledge, and books that are labeled about keeping you awake at night, and things that otherwise look to be books that nobody should find. And then largely getting into historical records, particularly centered around the war before the First Era with the Sunrise Rebellion, as well as theories therein about what brought about that sunrise, which of course then tie into research and writings of Menidna, the Grey Thief. Peeling over this collection of pages, looking for information that correlates with each other and with themselves, you find, particularly in older writings and definitely sort of earlier instances of the unified common and sort of separated foreign languages, and kind of breaking it down, really stretching a lot of the learning that you've done with Mercerius to really fully understand some of these writings in delicate condition, a lot of them. happen to be.
I'm gonna cast Mending on the book so I can hold them.
Yeah, which is presumed that you are doing through
Okay,
a
good.
lot of it anyway.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip, for fuck's sake. But with that natural 20, given that this is still looking through a planar library, effectively, I want to know what that total is. So it's 20 plus what for investigation?
For investigation, it'd be
Yes.
a 30.
30. Okay.
I can't pull a 50 out of my butt yet.
I don't really do DC. I'm not going to be doing DC 50 until after you guys hit level 30. So.
Okay, great. Because I would like to up my investigation skill before we do that. So I would like to also make this part of, like, if I have to make a couple of rolls for this so I can up my investigation, I wouldn't hate that.
Skills that you're already proficient in will increase pretty significantly just by their own nature as you guys level up. Even having larger jumps to reach those DCs just mechanically. So, peeling over these pages and doing so under the influence of this speed beam turns a manic peeling over pages and collection from what would have been hours into a very condensed, stressed, and obsessive, almost diving into mania in some instances, 20 minutes. And the information that you eventually peel over, you eventually find scribblings of an etching covered in a stonework tablet. From the text of the first child of many eyes, the first son of the thief of Grey, is under the gaze of my grave. I write and record his intentions for this grey world that we reside in. He wishes it to be his, to be ripped from they who stole it, from the larger and greater collection of the rings. He wishes it to be his, to challenge the others who rule over it. He wishes and demands it to be his. It is his want, his power, his obsession that grants him obsession, that grants power. It is obsession, and in that, and in his danger, that I allow myself injury as he has allowed himself to be injured, to rip it from the grasp of wind, to rip it from the grasp of chaos, to pull us from the suspended string of the abyss over which we reside. For we are unique because he wants us, and because they took us from the five. We are his trophy, and he will keep us.
Inside, it's a collection. Inside the collection. He's being weakened from inside the collection.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to go into the collection.
And you know, fundamentally, you are not at a level of power as you are now to be able to do that.
I have to let him. I know he can hear my mind. I know he can hear me. I know that if I tell him it's inside of him, he will find a way to try to expedite it. Even if it causes him to rip his own eyeball out and he has to let something go, he will let something go to live.
try to
next thing she's
project
gonna-
this message to Benigna, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw immediately. At
Natural 20.
disadvantage.
Fuck. Oh, at disadvantage. 18 plus 12.
30.
Yeah.
Apparently your character likes the number 30 today.
It's a thing.
The difficulty
terrified
you
of
had to
it.
beat was a 36.
Fucking shit. I can't beat a 36, Joe. We're not that wisdom level.
Like I said, you're not at a great standing of power just yet. And as you reach in to try to reach for that sea of eyes, that sea of teeth, that ever-expanding mass of the Grey Thief, a different set of eyes opens in your vision. You are looking where you shouldn't. And you are shunted mentally away and thrown across this room into a bookcase.
It's fine, we'll be fine. We get back to work.
31 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam through that bookcase into another and land in a heap.
She is going to think to Nicodemus, Farah is the only one who's ever been in the collection. We need to watch Farah.
She's been fine so far.
The monster is in the collection.
We'll keep an eye.
It's being weakened from within, not from without. Our magic is tied to his right now. I'm letting him breathe.
Now, the secondary bit of information that you were looking for.
I want Puck's bones.
Puck's bones.
I want to look through the gnome tomes. I want any fairy tale. I want anything that ties both of those two things together, because something within the chaos is there.
Looking through fairy tales, ancient retellings, as much as you can. Landing on that natural 20, you find a tome written in Sylvan. Old, bound in string, loose leather, playfully colored, an artwork on its inner pages, indicative of a children's book, and yet there is a level of weight to what you hold as you read its title. A Midsummer Midnight. A tale of the fall of Oberyn's court.
They're using a dream. The celestial that's dreaming.
Peeling over the pages, you read a recitation by some ancient fae as the world advanced and whimsy disappeared. The fae grew tired. They grew sleepy, and some did not wake from their dreams, and they withered to bone. New fae rose in their place, but they withered too. Tired, and more tired they became. Princes rose and fell to sleep, never to wake. One after another, Pillock laid himself down upon his hammock as the hammock fell from the tree. It was at the base of Oberyn's great tree that he never again woke and faded to bone. Titania laid entwined with Oberyn as they two entwined together and grew into a great and bound beehive, and yet faded and faded. And it faded, and their bones turned to honey and wax, and that faded yet too into the tree. And the tree grew forgotten. The fae one of so very many in that great forest, as new Fae rose and fell in the sleep of the disbelief of the human world around them. What clung to them, what kept them be as they were, lesser in chaos, and yet still somewhat together as their ancient tales faded to bone, was the existence of those elves that hid themselves in the world. As the world grew beyond them, withered, died, and broke. As the world broke, new chaos and new whimsy flooded into the world of Fae, new colors out of the desperation and need to survive, and so too did new Fae rise out of that disaster, out of that nature, to keep what was left together. But that which was ancient, that which was legend, that which was reverent and royal, was lost to bones. The court of Oberon lies asleep, never again to wake in bone, around his great tree, wheresoever it may be.
Shadowson. Dead world.
A midsummer midnight fell upon Oberon's court.
We're not looking for Oberon.
Yep. But Puck
But
was
you-
part of his court, hence that time.
But I had the bones. Our family had them.
The family
Some-
knew where to keep them.
I'm going to take out all of the gnome tomes, and I'm going to take all of those symbols, and I'm going to put them all over a table, and I'm going to find the answer.
Trying to trace back that thought, that tale of midsummer midnight goes over and over in your mind as you look it over and over. Midsummer midnight, a tree that fell tonight, never to fall to sleep, a tree of night, a tree of umber, where stars hang in its leaves, and sleep comes to grief.
Safety. That's why I feel safe here.
And why perhaps Piper so naturally is able to grow them. Rare and magical are they, as they hold in their leaves tales of lost dreams.
Wait a second. Are you saying Piper has accidentally regrown it into her house tree?
No, the
That's
tree
okay,
that
good.
lives at the
Just more.
house. It's the tree at the house.
Okay.
The bone has grown into the tree.
Good, my house isn't haunted.
No, Puck lives in my house.
Not in that way.
Yep.
She looks over at the sky. And she's looking up, and I'm letting you know, Avery, there's just tears running down her face.
Even not quite
And then
knowing
just-
it, your ancestor Mosin was taught to meditate under umber trees.
I'm letting you know she starts to cry.
Oh.
And as she
Like,
begins
Avery-
to cry, this is the first time we've ever seen, and I'm gonna let you know I don't think you know how thin her sanity is with not being able to defend any of them. And you are on top of that list as well. The fact that she can't defend Menidna, a great gray monster that has chased her entire life.
Which, in a grand cosmic scale, it's not her job. Not to defend that.
If y'all look at memes, how I feel like Avery is to Angel right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
There.
She's going to do something she hasn't done. She's going to look on books for the Velix for the last question.
Well, you went through
How
your two.
That's 2. I had a third.
And we were going to
He
go
had a
2
4.
and then go to his 2. and then
Yes.
back.
Okay.
So,
I only
Eve.
have 3 questions. I'm gonna add him, give him a 12 points of bardic inspiration
Okay. So add a
for the day
d12.
there.
Add a d12 to your roll for your investigation then. Been sitting on that arbitrary twist for a fucking hot minute.
So I don't need to worry about that. My brain's not gonna worry about that.
Yeah.
It's at
As long as I
home.
know,
Be fine.
as long as I know where
Your
it
brain's
is.
at home.
Like, oh, it's at home. It's fine. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
That's fine.
Mom, can I find
And
somewhere
what
to
do you
think? You have your brain at home. It's okay.
He's looking for books on how to make ages better or to
Okay.
construct it.
Gotcha. In which case, then what's that investigation total?
It is the. Go ahead, actually.
You get a plus 12, dude.
Plus a d12. At a moment of weird shiver down my spine.
I'm trying not to freak out right now, considering there's just rage running straight through Angel's body right now.
You've been literally sitting on some of the answers to your questions for a minute.
I mean, we didn't know it was answers to questions because we didn't have the questions till recently.
Look, I have to figure out a way to tie in character backstories with the main overarching plot, and sometimes that's how it works.
Well, the problem is that she's frustrated because she's going to kill them all because Menidna, even though he scares the shit out of her, is being killed from the inside.
It's also he is the reason why we have the sun.
The sun!
It's like we may be terrified of him, but he still gave us the sun.
Yeah, one entity that
Vinistra
purely out of
said,
spite said,
while
"Let
Angel
there be
thinks,
light."
Joe, do you have a list of items from the Dragon's Maul?
The dragon's ball. Introduce a multiple cactus is now a mall. That's essentially what it is. It's a mall
Shit,
now.
hold on.
Okay, Adis, we still, Rick, we need the roll number for your investigation check
Okay.
for how to build your robot. How to
Yeah,
build a robot!
Woogie 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 woogie.
And Joe, I did send you something. Investigation, roll 20. It's
Vinestra said,
investigation.
how to build a robot for dummies.
Alright, so it's a +4 for investigation. To my 12 would be 16 on investigation.
Is it still the holiday boost?
No. We are past the holiday.
He has a plus 12 to his stuff. Plus
I have a
12.
plus 12 to something.
Plus D12.
Yes, she gave you artist inspiration, a D12.
Oh, okay. Plus a d12. Which... 1. So that went from 16 to 17.
I'm gonna give you a luck roll. Reroll that.
Alright.
Excuse me, we want to build Aegis.
4, there we go. 12 plus 4, 16 plus 4, 20.
Joe, it's a 20. It's soft 20.
20, fan-fucking-tastic. Alrighty.
Whew.
What you're looking at, Joe?
I think he might be looking at what I sent
has
him.
in stock. Also, let's see here.
Oh, okay.
Worry about that in a minute. We gotta find out about the age stuff.
And this is in terms of just strictly magical items. Do.
Esther had some ideas for some of the mechanical aspects of it, but I have ideas for the aesthetic.
Okay, I'll have to reformat the way that looks in a fucking minute, but blech. That is with a 75% discount, by the way.
Because we gave him fuck you money. Oh my god, stop.
I need to feed my cat. I'm still listening in though.
I gotta go take a child potty.
Okay, and then double checking that, Master Dare. Yeah, with that soft 20 that you got.
Vinestra said, armor game changing.
With my soft 20.
I'd say you were able to find enough instructions to be able to research into actually doing what you want there, at least from the listed stuff outside of the explicit notes that you provided in the PDF there. Now, with that, you do find basically an artificer's guidebook to the Steel Guardian. This is basically what seems to be a conjoined collective and collection of different journals that seem to be almost bound together through some manic scribblings of what you can very clearly tell to be somebody who went batshit crazy in the process of making automata, but you were able to peel through those pages to find the nuggets of useful shit.
Very good.
For every mad scientist, there's actual science in there somewhere.
There will be no sleep tonight. Only research and drafting plans.
In which case, then, keep in mind, going into the next day in-game will involve an exhaustion point.
I'm aware, but I want to rush this a little bit. Just one exhaustion point. I'll allow it myself.
And now, finally, for that last bit of research for Angel.
With a natural 20 for my investigation check.
Looking into what again?
I lost what I was thinking.
Velix something or other.
I want to search all the history books for underlying Velix responses.
Underlying Velix responses.
Movements in the Underdark, books from the Underdark, things like that that people wouldn't find. I need proof.
Okay. So, old tactical records from Sunrise Rebellion or
I'm
indications
looking
of...
for books that whisper.
Okay. More current books that whisper. In the
No.
chance that they are even...
No, so I'm looking through in the entire amount of our history. As much as I can look through it, anything that I find that involves the Velix, anything that could be seen like the Velix movements, I'm looking for chess moves.
Okay. So,
I need to know how fucked we are.
in terms of looking into and researching and basically putting together your conspiracy board, which is effectively...
It is not a conspiracy board.
Right, I'm saying in terms of in regards to finding the connections.
I want to find a book, and then with that knowledge, I want to find a book that explains what they did to those children in that stupid chair. Because I can read Velix words.
Okay.
There has to be books by them in this library.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Fair enough. So notably, in this library, not everything found here is books. Some things are scrolls, some things are stone tablets, some things are various different mechanisms by which research is contained. And so, peeling over and using that coffee bean to its very last vestiges of presence and power with that natural 20, I'm allowing the existence of something like that within this library, and I am rolling a percentile. It's a 42, I have to give it to you. Okay. You find a rolled metallic cylinder, similar to a cipher cylinder. Not just whispering. There are echoes, cut off screams, each turn of the dials, and you find that when you find something that seems to sit on and match the cylinder, match where the code needs to go, the screams only get louder, a clear psionic deterrent. I need you to go ahead and roll me a wisdom save to unlock this device.
An actual 20.
Slowly but surely, each scream getting louder and louder, you get that familiar throbbing headache. You haven't felt it before. The nosebleed begins to start, and finally that last little click, that last little screech, and it all goes dead silent. It all goes dead silent. Flying books fall from above you. Glowing scrolls fade in their light. There's an anti-magic sphere that is formed around you as you open up this cylinder. Once again, unnervingly quieted from your own connection to the arcane and your connection to divinity. You are in this precise moment. Just Tsubasa. Just a little girl with no magic to bear. And you open up the cylinder. And you read.
Yeah.
In the impossibility that our empire is forced into the shadows, no outpost shall we reside in to recover, though we will continue our machinations in whichever one we may find. We have one place to gather. One place where our mind still sings together true. One place where our minds grow. beneath the great swamps of the rain, beneath the beasts and the chains and those great laborious slaves, the moans of their suffering do feed our intellect. So too there do we rebuild our engines of creation, of progress, of reclamation. We will pull forth our old masters who held over us the shadows that provided our dominion.
That's where the worship's coming from.
And we will reclaim our empire under the fires of so too do we continue under our city, illicit tar velox. That in particular translate in deep speech. To Empire of Rebellion. The first proper and direct translation from the hands of a mind flayer for the word Velox. They exist as an empire of rebellion. They went their own way in the Illithid Empire. In the Illithid Empire, from every other record that you've seen hinted at from any sort of Gith, was an instance of mind flayers in an empire that already fell. Though according to them, befuddlingly as it is, the Illithid Empire was at its greatest at the end of all time, and so too there also fell. And this is a rebellion against them in the absence of their fall and an empire of their own. And that is where we are going to end the session. And I think I'm going to take prerogative on the naming of the session. Empire of Rebellion.